What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying life today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2025 Volvo S60 T8 Ultra. Huge thank you to Mike C over at Beyer Volvo Cars of Dulles, Virginia for allowing me to do this video for you guys today. If you are interested in this particular S60 or any Volvo product, then I'll be sure to have Mike's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. It's a beautiful day outside here today. It is a bit windy, so I apologize in advance if there is any wind noise in today's video. We have a storm that's about an hour out, so I'm gonna try to get through this part of the video as quickly as I can. But just like usual, first I'm gonna talk about the exterior and the performance. So like I said, this is a 2025 Volvo S60 T8 Ultra, and this particular one's been painted in crystal white. I wanted to preface this video by saying 2025 is the last year of the S60, and it comes with a couple changes, like the Ultimate now being renamed the Ultra, and the Recharge has also been renamed the T8. But this one being the T8 Ultra, as standard, you get LED headlights with automatic high beams, as well as LED daytime running lights and LED turn signals. This particular one's been optioned with the $750 climate package, so you also get the headlight cleaners. Now this one being the T8, you get the sporty aesthetic. So with that in mind, you get the gloss black mesh style grille with the gloss black grille surround and the Volvo logo located at the center of the grille. Now just beneath your Volvo lettering, you will notice that you have a forward facing camera, and that is because the Ultra comes standard with a 360 degree view camera system. Also, as standard safety wise, you get 6 forward facing sensors. Now when you come down just a little bit more, you get the gloss black lower and outer grills, and that's kind of about it for the front end of this thing. Now I am definitely sad that this is the last year of the S60, because this is really a slept on sedan. It looks fantastic, it's got the performance, but it's also got the fuel economy as well, so it really is a shame to see it go. If you're also sad to see the S60 go, let me know in the comments down below. I think it is a mistake. However, the consumers here in the United States prefer SUVs to sedans, hence why you see Ford killing all their sedans. GM killed all their sedans other than Cadillac, which is their luxury sedan division. But it is a shame to see most of these sedans now being exiled here in the United States. Maybe exiled isn't the word, but anyways, they're killing the sedans here in the US. But coming on down the side, I love this little body line right here. Kind of gives the illusion that you have a fender flare. But anyways, these are the standard wheels here with the T8 Ultra, and they are 19-inch 6-spoke black diamond cut wheels, and the wheels are wrapped in 235/40 Pirelli P0 all-season tires. Give you a view of the tread pattern on these tires here real quick. And then this one being the T8, it is a plug-in hybrid, and here on your driver fender is where you will find your charge port. So when you open that up, that will reveal the standard J1772 charge port. There's a view of what that looks like, and it does support level 1 and level 2 charging. Closing that back up, you get rain sensing wipers as standard, and this being a T8, you get the gloss black mirror caps with integrated turn signals, and as standard, these side view mirrors are heated, power folding, both mirrors are auto dimming. You also get memory function, so if there are multiple people driving this vehicle, you get the 2 memory seat adjustment settings. So not only is the vehicle going to memorize the driver's seat settings, it is also going to memorize the outer mirror settings as well, which is again very nice if there are multiple people daily driving this thing. And then you also have your blind spot monitoring on the upper left-hand side of your driver's side mirror and on the upper right-hand side of your passenger side mirror. And last but not least, at the bottom of both of your side view mirrors, you have cameras, and those cameras work with the 360 degree view camera system. Taking a step back, here is a side profile shot of this thing. Now you may have heard me say throughout the video, we get gloss black here, gloss black there, tons of gloss black accents in here on the exterior of the T8. So you also get the gloss black window trim. You get body color door handles with keyless access and illumination, and you will have your keyless access function on all 4 of your door handles. And then up top here, you have your body color shark fin antenna, you have your third brake light, a rear window defroster, and LED taillights come standard. Here is a rear 3/4 shot of this thing. If you know what the Volvo S90 is, this is kind of like a shrunken version of the S90. And again, I think this is just a very sharp looking sedan because it looks sporty and classy at the same time. It kind of flirts that line between sporty and classy. Love the way that this thing looks. One thing though about this, having all these gloss black accents here on the exterior, you would expect all of your badging to also be gloss black. However, that is not the case. All the badging back here is chrome. You also have your backup camera here located underneath your second V, and you get a hands-free trunk release. All you have to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up behind the vehicle, kind of kick like that, take a step back, and the trunk will open up. Now, quite a bit of storage space back here. I've done videos with the new Cadillac CT5, and I think that has a smaller trunk than this. They are kind of comparable. This isn't the largest trunk that I've seen in a sedan, but if you do need a little bit more storage space, you can fold those second row seats down. And then if you're going skiing, but you have 4 passengers in the vehicle, you can fold this thing down, push that center fold down, armrest down, and then you can send your skis right through there. Now, this particular one's been optioned with the $620 protection package. So you get the all-weather floor mats, the all-weather cargo tray, and the first aid kit, all of which come a part of that package. There's the first aid kit, you get the cargo tray, you get the all-weather mats, you get the carpeted floor mats as standard. Little storage cubby here on this side, but you get a storage cubby on the passenger side with a cargo net, followed by a 12-volt power outlet. Now, this being a T8, it is a plug-in hybrid, so you have your batteries underneath here. You do not get a spare tire, but you have your tire inflator kit located there. You also have your tow hook and stuff like that. Anyways, that's kind of about it for what we got going on in the trunk area. Now, let's finish things off here at the rear end. So you also get 6 parking sensors back here as well. You get some gloss black accenting down here at your lower valence. No exhaust tips, 2 reflectors, and really that's kind of about it for what we got going on here at the trunk area or rear end area. But you also do have your capless filler neck, or I don't know if it's a capless filler neck, but you have your fuel door right here, and it does ask for premium 91 octane. And that's kind of about it for the exterior of the S60. Again, 2025 is the last year of the Volvo S60. This thing's had quite the long run. It is a shame to see this thing go, along with most other really sedans on the market. This thing looks fantastic, it drives great, it's fuel efficient, but also plenty fast as well. So we might as well now talk about performance. Popping open that hood reveals the 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder that works with an 18.8 kilowatt-hour battery and an electric motor. Total output is 455 horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 4.3 seconds. And if you were wondering about fuel economy and electric range, you can achieve 74 mpge, which is the gas-powered motor working with the electric motor. That is the average fuel economy. You also get 31 mpg, which is the gasoline engine only. That is the average fuel economy of just the gasoline engine. And then you get up to 41 miles of electric driving range. So again, like I mentioned, this thing looks fantastic, but it also goes the go, but gets great fuel economy at the same time. So hybrids, in my opinion, are the future. I'm not a fan of EVs, but hybrids are pretty sweet. But if you're enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot reach my goal without your support. So if you're enjoying the video, if you've learned anything thus far, please just take a second to like, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. Moving on into the interior, as mentioned earlier, you get keyless access as standard. So all you have to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up to the vehicle, put your hand behind the door handle, and it will unlock. You can also lock it if you run your finger across this square box looking thing right here, and now it is locked. This is what the key fob looks like. It's satin black with some satin chrome accenting on it, and going over the functions on it, starting right here, you have your lock function, your unlock function, your trunk pop function, and on the opposite side, you have your panic function. But now let's see what the interior of this thing has to offer. So this particular one's been spec'd with the blonde leather upholstery. There are a few other color options. There's also an optional Napa leather upholstery if that is what you are looking for. But taking a look at our door panel, I love the two-tone with the black up top here, the blonde beneath. Now, this one being the Ultra, as standard, you get a 14-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. That sounds fantastic. If you're looking for an even better sound system, you might want to look into getting the $3,200 Bowers & Wilkins sound system. Now, that one is top-notch. Then you get 2 memory seat adjustment settings, your unlock and your lock functions, your power side view mirror controls. If you wanted to power fold in or out the side view mirrors, you would press the L and the R buttons simultaneously, and that will power fold in or out the mirrors. You also get automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners, and then pressing on that button is going to restrict your passenger window privileges, and it is also a child lock for your second row passenger. So let's say you have the child lock on. When the second row passengers try to get out of the vehicle, they will not be able to. Then you get a nicely padded armrest here that is leather wrapped. You get a little bit of storage space, a spot you could set a water bottle and another speaker down there. Now taking a look at what we got going on here, you get a brushed aluminum Volvo door sill. Here's another view of what these front seats look like. And as standard, you get power adjustable front seats with 4-way power lumbar. You also get a thigh extension, and this being the Ultra, not only does the driver get the memory seat adjustment settings, but the front passenger also gets 2 memory seat adjustment settings. And also, last but not least, as standard, these front seats are heated. But taking a step into the interior, take a listen to what it sounds like when you close the door. Now let's fire this thing up. And that is what it is like to fire this thing up. Now, this one being a plug-in hybrid, we are running on full electric power at the moment. So that is why it is not making all that much noise. So basically, now I'm going to walk you throughout the entire interior. But the first thing I wanted to show you is up top here, you have this ticket holder, right? So let's say you go to a parking garage and they give you that voucher. You can, instead of, putting that voucher in your pocket or putting it right there, you can put it right up top there to ensure that you don't lose that. Now, that is a very small little touch, but it comes in handy when you need it, you know what I mean? And then you get a defroster for the driver window. You also get one for the front passenger window on that side as well. Beneath that, HVAC vent. Then you get this beautiful wood grain trim. That button right there is going to pop open the trunk. However, you cannot close the trunk by pressing that button. And then that right there is going to pop open your fuel door. Now at the bottom of the steering wheel, if you flip this down, that gives you access into your manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So you can push the steering wheel away from you. You can bring the steering wheel towards you, and it also moves up and down. Once you find your comfortable position, all you got to do is lock it right back into place. And now let's take a listen to the turn signal. That is what the turn signal sounds like here on the S60. And not only is it the turn signal control stock, it's also the high beam control stock, the headlight control stock, and the fog light control stock. So first things first, you can see all the way up top here. If you flip up like that, that is going to turn the automatic high beams on. You flip up one more time, that is going to turn the automatic high beams right back off. Right now, that is headlights in the automatic position. That is headlights always on, parking lights on, headlights always off. I like to leave it in automatic personally. Now, one other thing that is kind of interesting about Volvos is that you can see this looks like this should be for your front fog lights, right? Well, you don't have fog lights on this thing, but you still have the button for fog lights. But beneath that, this is for your rear fog light. So you click on that, that is going to turn the rear fog light on, and that is how you know that the rear fog light is on. Very interesting. So you get the rear fog lights, but you don't have the front fog lights, and then I'll show you that button later on in the video. Now, zooming back out, you get a leather wrapped steering wheel. I absolutely love the two-tone with the black on the outside and the blonde on the inside. I've always loved that. I think that's just a very nice touch. It's the same thing that you find on a Rolls Royce. And you know what is nice is that you get the black on the outside. So if you've got those dirty hands, it's not going to blend in to the blonde. So that is just very nice. And then again, this particular one's been optioned with the $750 climate package. So you get the heated steering wheel. If you wanted to turn the heated steering wheel on, you come over to here, you can see you get those 2 chair looking buttons. Press the chair looking closest to you, and then you have your heated steering wheel button. You get 3 levels of adjustability with the heated steering wheel. And just like any other vehicle, you have your horn at the center. So let's take a listen. That is what the horn sounds like on the S60. Now, this being the Ultra, as standard, you get adaptive cruise control, but in addition to adaptive cruise control, you also have pilot assist, which is kind of like a semi-autonomous driving system. You can read what that does on screen right now, but here are your adaptive cruise / pilot assist controls. Now, on the right hand side of the steering wheel, that right there is to speak to the vehicle. This is going to bring you in between your different call mode. You click that, it's going to bring you into your Navi mode, and then that is to volume up, volume down, backwards on a track, forwards on a track, and then that's going to pop up a menu at the center of your digital gauge cluster, which makes these two buttons double as something else. So let's click on that circle right there. It's going to pop up your trip computer. You have your trip manual on the left, trip automatic on the right, odometer down there at the center. Now you can either control the screen by clicking to the left and clicking on that, that's going to reset it, or you can click to the right, it's going to close that out. Or if you wanted to reset what you see on the left hand side, again, you have this button on the end of the turn signal control stock. Press and hold on that, and that will reset the trip manual features back down to 0, numbers back down to 0. And that's kind of about it for the controls here. Then you get your windshield wiper control stock, and behind the windshield wiper control stock reveals your 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. On the left hand side of the digital gauge cluster, you have your digital speedometer readout, the speed limit sign, speedometer over there. That is letting you know that the lights are on, driver assistance features, ambient exterior temperature, who's buckled and who is not buckled. That is the electric range. That is the fuel range. And then over here, let's say we floored this. See that line right there? That line will come up to 100%, signifying that the vehicle is floored. And then when it comes down here, that is for your regenerative braking system. Now you see that little teardrop looking thing? Well, let's say we're driving down the road in hybrid mode and the teardrop is like right up top there. Everything beneath the teardrop, that is your electric mode. As soon as you get up to the teardrop and past it, that is going to turn the gas-powered motor on, and it's also going to help the electric motor power the vehicle forward. Then you get your transmission status stuff right there, and that's kind of about it for that. Now, moving up to here, you can see these two things. So you get your digital speedometer readout and your speed limit sign. The Ultra gives you the head-up display. Now, a couple things that I wanted to mention that the Ultra gives you is the head-up display. You also get the 14-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, as well as the power thigh extensions for the driver and the front passenger, and you also get the passenger seat memory. So that is kind of what separates the Ultra from the lower trim levels. Now coming over to here, you also get the tailored dashboard, Harman Kardon speaker up top there, and just like pretty much any other Volvo product, you get the 9-inch Google-based infotainment system with built-in navigation and wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto connectivity. So if you swipe down from the top, you can see your notification stuff. This is what the home screen looks like at the current time. You get your map stuff, Bluetooth media stuff, my phone, and then you got your Google Assistant down there. Then you got your time, and then a couple features down here. So these are all of your different shortcut buttons. So this is going to bring you into your secondary screen, which I will get into here in a second. That is what that button does. This is going to pop up your 360 camera system, and then with the 360 degree view camera system, you can go in between your different camera zones. So that's front camera, driver side camera, passenger side camera, and you also have your rear view camera as well. I kind of like to have the 360 camera. Quite honestly, I'd like to have this screen be split with a 360 camera on top with the rear view camera on the bottom, or rear or front view camera if I'm going forward, if that makes sense. Now, also on this screen, you can turn your parking sensors on or off, and you can also turn the rear automatic braking system on or off as well. As mentioned with this thing, you get the heated front seats as standard. You get 3 levels of adjustability. With the climate package, you also get the heated steering wheel, and you get 3 levels of adjustability with the heated steering wheel. Now, as standard, you get a dual zone automatic climate control system, and to pop up the climate control system, see where it says low, you would click on that, and that will bring the climate control system throughout the entire screen. Temperature controls down here, temperature controls, fan speed, etc. You can adjust where the air is blowing as well. And then if you wanted to go into that secondary screen, you click this right here, and that will bring you into your secondary screen. So this being the Ultra, you get the air purifier. You can see the air quality stuff up top here. You can, while using the app, continue. Basically, the air quality says that it is good right now. And then you got all of these different things. So if I can click that, you can pop up YouTube. You can pop up my YouTube channel if you wanted to and watch that while your wife is, or husband, wife, or whatever, is at a doctor's appointment. And you can see all of these different things you can see here. You can pop up your owner's manual. You get your Google Play Store, so you can get some more of these little app things. And then the most important thing is you can click that gear down there. That's going to bring you into your settings menu. And this one being a T8, you have a couple different drive modes. So you've got your hybrid mode, which is what we're in right now. You can read what it tells you. Then you also have your power mode. That is going to turn the gas-powered motor on, and it is also going to pop up a tachometer now on the right-hand side of the gauge cluster. Then you got your pure mode. That is for pure electric driving, and then you have your constant all-wheel drive. Personally, for me, I like to leave it in the hybrid mode, and then you can see all of these different driving features that you can adjust as well. If you see that creep right there, creep is like, you know, when you're at a stop sign and you let off the brake and the vehicle begins to creep forward. That is what creep is. And then you can see all of your different controls for your different settings here. That's kind of about it for that screen. And then beneath that, you can see your physical controls. So you got your hazard button here. That's your front defroster, rear defroster. That's to go backwards on the track, forwards on the track, volume control knob, and then if you click on that, that is going to play or pause on the track. Now this one being a T8, let's say we go into drive and we pull back one more time. That is the B mode. B mode is kind of like your one pedal driving system. Basically when you let off of the accelerator, the vehicle will begin to slow down. It's a very nice system, so you don't have to go between gas, brake. You basically just drive the vehicle with the accelerator. That is a very nice feature that I will show you on the driving portion of the video. You get 2 cup holders here. If you don't want to see what you got with the cup holders, you can close that back off. Then all of this area is piano black. Then you twist this to the right to turn the vehicle off. Twist it to the right to turn the vehicle back on. You get an electronic parking brake. And then this button right here is your auto hold function. When you turn that on, the vehicle will hold you in place by itself with its braking system. Very nice for when you're in traffic. And if you wanted to go forward again, all you got to do is hit the accelerator and the vehicle will begin to move forward. Then you get a nicely padded armrest that's leather wrapped, and when you open it up, you get a 12-volt power outlet. In addition to the 12-volt power outlet, you also get 2 USB-C ports. Not all that much storage space down in here, so be mindful of what you set down in there. And then you also get a great spot that you can set the key fob down there as well. See that? I'm going to keep the key fob in my hand right now so I don't forget about it. This is what the passenger side looks like. You get the 2 memory seat adjustment settings right there. Door panel looks the exact same as the driver door panel, other than the controls that the driver gets that the passenger doesn't get. And then this is just a view of the dashboard. Very simplistic yet elegant. That's kind of like my tagline with Volvos: simplistic yet elegant. Over here, you get a glove box with tons of storage space. You can fit owner's manual, napkins, straws, snacks, etc. Frameless auto-dimming rearview mirror with your universal garage door opener on the bottom. You can open up 3 different garage bays. Then you got your roadside assistance buttons both there and there. Both of your reading lights are LED, and they're kind of like touchscreen lights. This is your instant dome light on button. It's going to turn on all of the interior dome lights. And then as standard with this thing, you get a sunroof. So if you swipe that lightly, that is going to open up the shade only. Now if you apply up a little bit more pressure and you pull back, that is going to slide the sunroof open. Now when the sunroof opens up all the way, slide that back forward, the sunroof will close. Not only does the sunroof slide, but the sunroof also does tilt as well. Press right here, the sunroof will tilt open. Press right here, the sunroof will close back up. Then opening this up, you get a vanity mirror, a vanity light, a spot you could set any small little paper product, and then these visors are fixed in position. They do not slide. Last but not least, driver gets a no poop handle, as does the front passenger, and that's kind of about it for what we got going on in the front seats. Now, I think these seats are comfortable. Maybe they are a touch on the firmer side of things, but they're definitely very comfortable, and I could do a long road trip in this vehicle comfortably, especially with that 4-way power lumbar. Now, one option that this does not have, that if you really like listening to music, that I would recommend you get, is the $3,200 Bowers & Wilkins sound system. One of the best sound systems on the market, really. Sounds fantastic. But the Harman Kardon sound system, if you dialed it in correctly, it does also sound very good as well. But yeah, now I'm just going to throw the entire window sticker on screen. You can take a look at the couple options that this has, like the climate package, like the protection package. I went over those 2 couple things. But basically, I'm just going to highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 2025 S60 T8 Ultra is spec'd is $59,965. Now, you can get this a little bit cheaper because it is a plug-in hybrid, so you do get a couple tax incentives. So this does come down, I think, up to $7,500. Don't hold me to that, but I do believe you do get some money off because it is a PHEV. But I do want to show you what we got going on in the rear seats before moving into the driving portion of the video. So back here, automatic up and down windows. Let's see how far the windows go down. So they nearly go all the way down, just not quite. Same kind of 2-tone theme here. That button right there is to lock this rear door. And then you get a nicely padded armrest, a little bit of storage space. It's 2 speakers. This is what your second row seats look like. If you wanted to fold the second row seats down, you come over to here. I believe you press on that, and that is how you get access there into the trunk area. So it is, by the way, power. All you do is press the button and it will release. Now stepping on into these rear seats, you get a no poop handle, a spot you can set your dry cleaning, and a dome light. HVAC vent is located right there. You get seat back pockets behind both the driver and the front passenger seat. Just keep in mind, however, they are mesh, so maybe you set a pen in there, the pen may fall out, but the mesh is rather small, so I don't think you're really gonna have to worry about that. With the climate package, you get the heated outboard second row seats. You get 3 levels of adjustability with both of them, and then to the left of that, you get your 2 USB-C ports. Same kind of stuff over there on that side as well. And opening this up, you get a what's this called, a center fold down armrest. If you click on that, that will reveal your 2 cup holders. And when it comes to knee and leg room, I've actually got quite a bit of knee and leg room. 5'9", adjusted behind myself. There's another view of my knee and leg room. And when it comes to headroom, I've got a couple inches of headroom left over as well. Now, I think these seats are very comfortable here in the second row. Nice the padding for my elbow there. Same thing with the center fold down armrest. And here's a view out the front from my eye level. So very comfortable driving position here. I don't feel like I'm sitting in stadium seats, kind of just at the right level, and the seats themselves are also very comfortable. But, you know, we talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we talked about what's going on here in the interior of this thing. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm assuming you guys do as well. So I'll see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, now on to the driving portion of the video, where I always start my videos here. We go over these speed bumps at 5 miles an hour, and then I rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Nothing will ever be a 10 because perfection does not exist in this world. 5 miles an hour, did very well over the first one. I love this thing because it keeps it, 1 sec, let's do 5 first. 5 miles an hour. I'm gonna give this thing a 7.9 on the scale of 1 to 10. It did very well going over those speed bumps, and when you do the body roll test, it also handles very well as well. Very minimal body roll. I have a lot of confidence in this thing if you needed to do a high speed maneuver. You can see the rain right over there. Yeah, just a very, very nice vehicle. And as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, one thing that's really cool about this thing is that you see, again, the gas arrow. See that little teardrop looking thing is about right there. When you get above that teardrop, that is when the gas powered motor turns on. But you get quite a bit of oomph, you know, even without the gas powered engine. So here, just watch this little acceleration. No gas. I mean, that was pretty quick, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really need to get into the gas. And, you know, as I was saying, I just did a video with a 2025 XC60 T8. And that is basically the same exact same powertrain as this. And one thing that's really cool about this is that, you know, it's the perfect blend of everything because it's super powerful. It is very fuel efficient. And let's say, you know, you work and your work is, you know, 12 miles away from your house, right? Maybe 15 miles away from your house. Well, you can drive to and from work on electric only. And you don't have to worry about filling up with gas. You don't have to worry about charging it. You're going to be totally fine driving to and from work on a total electric. As long as you plug in and you get a full battery before you go to work, you're going to be fine going to work and coming back home from work. So I think that that is awesome. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about range anxiety or anything like that because, you know, you got a full tank of gas in addition to your full battery. So you get quite a bit of range with this thing. And again, it's the best of both worlds because it's fast and it's fuel efficient. I mean, that's what's so good about this thing is you can drive on, you know, pure electric, right? To and from work. Don't have to turn the gas powered motor on at all, right? But let's say you wanted to go on a road trip and, you know, what's holding you back from an electric vehicle is the range anxiety and having to stop every couple of hours and filling up and it taking, you know, 45 minutes for a full charge. Whereas with this, you've got the electric range, but then you've also got, you know, the battery, or excuse me, you've got the fuel, gas, you know, if you deplete all of your battery. So it's just, it's the best of everything because on a long road trip, you know, all you got to do is take 5 minutes or less than that even, fill your vehicle up with gas and you're off and running again. So it's just, it's the best of everything. And I think it is a shame and a mistake that Volvo is getting rid of the S60, but you know, maybe it's not a mistake because they're just not seeing the sales that they need to see where it makes sense to continue making it and refresh it and etc. So I get it, it just kind of stinks. But take a listen to what this thing sounds like cruising at about 50 miles an hour, road wind noise, and what it sounds like going over these bridge joints. Take a listen. Pretty windy out. super, super quiet, very well insulated from the outside world. I believe that this thing's got the dual pane windows. No, it does not have the dual pane windows, but it is still very well insulated from the outside world. I mean, you can see the gas-powered motor has not come on once throughout this drive, by the way, and we are in the hybrid drive mode, and I've got the B mode on right now, which is when you go into drive and you pull back one more time. So I guess I can show you. We go right into neutral, pull back, we're in drive, pull back one more time, and that is the battery mode, which is basically a one pedal driving system. So you basically just drive with the throttle. Again, just giving it gas, we're accelerating with everybody else. Listen. And it's just the battery powering us forward. And all I'm doing, I just let off of the accelerator a little bit and I started to slow down. So this is what B mode is like. And then here's floored. Just extremely, extremely quick, and it really does give you the best of both worlds, and that is why this thing is so awesome. And, you know, it's the same thing with the XC60, and that's why I believe that hybrids are the future. I don't think EVs are the future, because hybrids, again, give you the best of both worlds. They give you that instantaneous torque. They give you that fuel economy that you're looking for. I got a Supra in the rear view mirror that looks fantastic, but they give you the best of both worlds. You got the fuel economy, you've got the solely electric, you know, whatever. If you want to just drive an electric and be not spend any money on gas, you've got that. That thing was kind of going pretty fast. So I love this thing. And you hear the Supra, the little crackles and stuff. And if you want to, you know, you're feeling a little frisky, you know, a Supra comes up behind you and you're like, let's show this Supra what we're made of. You go over here, you go into your driving modes, and then you go into your power mode, and then easy acceleration. You know, you get that instant torque of the electric motor, then you get that gas powered motor to kind of give you that top end power. So we're going to do a nice little acceleration here, still in B mode, right? And I'm going to give you a full throttle acceleration in power mode over here to the left from about, let's say, 15 miles an hour. So here's floored. The power of this thing is just incredible. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And then you just go back into hybrid mode after you smoked the Supra and you're good to go. Now we're getting good fuel economy again. So that is what I really like about this powertrain, is that number one, it's super seamless. You know, you can't feel the gas powered motor come on and engage. It's not like it's like bucky or anything like that. Like, it's just, it's very seamless, you know? And then it's also gives you that low end torque. So you're off and running and you're just hauling rear end. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's the best of everything. Now it's a shame to see it go. So it drives fantastic. The powertrain is really good. Very seamless, and it's very fun to drive. It just gives you what you want, gives you what you're looking for, and you also get great fuel economy as well. Harman Kardon sound system sounds great. You just got to dial it in a little bit, but once you get it dialed in, it does sound really good. But if it doesn't quite, you know, fit your fancy, they also offer the Bowers & Wilkins sound system for $3,200. That is one of the best sounding sound systems in the industry. It is just an expensive option, but if you like sound, that might be an option that you might want to look into getting. Other than that, I think this is a phenomenal sedan. Really, the only drawback to it is the infotainment system. It is a little wonky. That doesn't mean it's not a good sound system, or not a good infotainment system. It is a decent infotainment system. It's just a little bit interesting. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, it's all right. You know, I wish I just had some physical controls here. Here's another acceleration. Very quick. Just a great overall powertrain and a great overall sedan. It really is a shame to see it go, but that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot reach my goal without your support. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything from the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know, are you sad to see the S60 go? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if there are any vehicles you want to see me review, also in the comments down below. But again, yeah, that is it for today's video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace!